Hey, Julie, let me pull up my notes.
Hey there, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
This is so great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm pulling up my notes because if not, I have a tendency of like chatting and talking and then 30 minutes goes by and you're like, okay, I know nothing about my benefits. So let me go ahead and pull it up. Okay, I have them ready. Awesome. So you can tell it's summer. You are the only one. Usually there are other women here, which I love because then you make friends also, but it's summer, so numbers are generally lower during the month of August. But then September is back at it. By the way, you can do this again if you want to next month, if there are certain things you want me to review, so you can always rejoin. And since you're the only one, you can ask whatever questions you want. I'm going to share my screen to get started. So we're going to start with a tutorial on the website benefits. And then what we'll do is we can go ahead and talk about, I'll give you my tips on like what I would do as a new member, because I know it's a lot of information. It's overwhelming. I get that also. We've been around for over 10 years. So many of our members have been with us during this time. So for them, it's just kind of, they just have to remember the new stuff.
It's evolved.
Yeah. It's a lot because it's all in one shot. So it's like, oh my gosh, there's so much, but we have to make the 10-year-old, happy. And then our 1 month ones happy as well. All right. So let me share my screen. Okay. And Tayloria is here. Amazing. Tayloria is one of our Femcity Global members. All right. So this is our website. I'm going to go through the local membership and also the global membership because Tayloria is one of our global members. So she's here to learn about her benefits. So I'm going to do both.
Okay.
So the first one is, how do you sign up for a Femcity local event? Let me just kind of get you oriented with the website. So this is obviously the member login. Once you log in one time, it should remember you always.
It has. Yep.
Good. Unless you're like me that decided to update the website not the website, my computer needed an update and it removed all of my passcodes. And so I'm actually today spending time putting everything in LastPass so that everything's secure. So anyway, I'm surprised I remembered the Zoom login. That's a miracle. If you ever want to upgrade to, look at that. It doesn't even remember my, usually I'm logged in. See what I mean? Like, I hope I remember my passcode for this tutorial. If not, that will be really embarrassing. Let's see. Hopefully it remembers. Hopefully I know it. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So yeah, so it'll always see how it's like adding all my stuff. Okay. So that's what I would recommend. If you want to share Femcity, these are some great places. It's about us. Our team is here also. So if you ever need to reach out to anyone on our team, it's really easy to make it connect here. We also have our locations. So if you're traveling, as an example, and you want to make friends with other femmes in other cities, you can totally reach out to the leader and say, hey, I'm going to be visiting. I'd love to meet up for coffee, or if there are any members that you recommend that I should meet up for coffee, that's a really great place to also hang out. The Femcity Ambassador. So this is generally when femmes really kind of get more familiar with the benefits, then they become an ambassador, which means as you share Femcity with other women, then you get 20% commission. So and they get also a really big discount. They get a 35% discount.
Okay, great.
So that's there. Media kit, that's really for our leaders. It kind of shows like, our stats and our locations and, I don't think you need that. So, all right. Promos. This is a great place if you're always looking for a good deal. This is where we post them all. So we've got some promos going on, accountability. We've got this 12 ad promo going on. So membership, you already know what that is because you're here. So you know that. Members portal. So this is where everything is at. This, you will only show up if you're logged in. So if you're not logged in or if your membership expired, it'll loop you around back to join or to log in.
Okay.
So really the secret is everything is right here in the members only, but I was trying to make everything on one page and then our members were like, no, we like it all individual, all separate. So This is all, literally all these things are right here. But
Okay.
this is a new platform that we just started integrating. I'm super excited about this. A lot of our members are not fans of Facebook. I'm kind of over Facebook also personally. It's a little bit chaotic. We have 88 something chapters. So I'm getting notifications from all of them and it's hard for me to organize. So we just started kind of integrating this. We're going to have it all ready in September. I'm only showing it to you because I don't know if I'm going to see you in September. So I just want to kind of share it with you. When you want to just post about anything about community, like if you have a promo or a sale or something going on, if you're traveling, coffee chats, if you want to reach out to other femmes to set up a coffee chat, which we're really big about. We love doing virtual coffee chats and we'll talk about that later also. And obviously this is for our leadership team. So you don't need to know any of this. The affiliate, if you're going to be an affiliate, that's where your marketing pieces will be. We have sample templates and copy. We make it really easy for you to share Femcity. And then down below, we're starting to add our video content here to make it easier again. We also have experts. This is going to be a new feature that we have in September. So if you needed help on something specific, you could reach out to our experts and book a spot on their calendar so that you can kind of just like brainstorm or ask a question. So we have this. Tayloria is not here yet because she just joined our global program, but we will add her here in our next batch. And I was mentioning Tayloria before you came on, is that it's a lot of information. And so I know it's overwhelming. So I'm just going to share everything and then I'll give my recommendations on like what I would do first to kind of step in. And then you've got the local chapters here. We're going to add all of the local members to each of the cities. So that's part of the integration process as well. So it makes it really easy for you to connect with the women in your community. So there. And I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's brand new and I'm also learning about it. So I'm not an expert in that. It also has a directory feature and you can also message. We believe it will take place, or rather it will replace the members directory. So the members directory, the platform that we have, is a little wonky right now. And we're thinking this new platform, because they're also adding a members directory, might actually more user friendly and not as wonky, because their other features have not been. So if I want to look up Tayloria, let's say I met someone at a virtual networking event or at a local, and I'm like, gosh, I can't remember her last name, but it was something like Tayloria. I don't know why Tayloria is showing up 3 times. We have to figure that out, but Tayloria's there.
Not sure either.
I mean, she's all over. That's great. So as I said, it's really wonky. The website is real. The platform is really wonky. So this is one of the things that makes it wonky. There's also a tutorial here if you want to go ahead and watch, kind of how to edit, but I'll show you how to edit your profile. And again, we might be removing this in a couple of weeks if the other one is better. And you will already automatically be in that directory once you log into that. So you can just edit and change all your information here. So there's that. And then let me show you this other thing also. There's a bunch of tutorials here as well. So if when we're done, you're like, how did she do that again? Like, what is that? Here's the link for literally this recording. I'll add it. This is from last month. And then I also have these little 1 to 2 minute videos. So you can, if you need to cancel, if you need to find details on starting a chapter, to find the members group. These are like little bite size. So you don't have to watch this whole entire thing all over again. You can just kind of click on one of these. So there's that. Let's go ahead and do, let's say you're looking for a local event. And we have so many chapters, and we of course have a large group of communities in Canada. So with the pandemic, each city is doing what each city their guidelines are. Obviously, some cities don't have really a lot of cases, unlike Miami that has a whole bunch of cases. So, we're still here with all of our stuff going on, which might be different from other people. But if you wanted to go ahead, as an example, meet up in Miami, you're going to be in town, you can go ahead and just search. It's going to pull it up and you can just register this way. So the Miami one is a paid event. Most of our events are free. But Miami's a hub, which means we have hundreds and hundreds of members. So generally we do have free events, but we also have some paid ones, which are coffees or lunches or socials. As an example, we're renting out a movie theater in November for House of Gucci.
Oh, fun.
We're all super excited about that. So that would be paid. Yeah. So every city is different. Every city has different programs based on what those local members have requested. If you're in a virtual community, meaning we have a virtual Canada, we have a virtual Midwest, we have a virtual Southwest Florida, same thing holds true. Whatever you want to see, go ahead and just reach out to your leader and say, I'd really like to have a class on SEO, or I'd really like to have someone speak about mental health, I'm going through some things or whatever it is. So you can always recommend or kind of suggest, or you can also be a part of the leadership board, which is a great way to also be a part. By the way, they're doing construction downstairs. So I'm hearing all that. And I'm not going to complain about it because I need to have floors in that room. So we're just going to roll with it. This is a 20 module course on how to launch and grow business. This is for femmes that want a step-by-step process. It's absolutely free with your membership. We have some ebooks. I haven't written any in a while, so it's a little outdated, but there's some good stuff there. I love talking about money and making more money. So if you like money, there's some things there too. Local events we went through. The member benefit tutorial is literally that page I showed you that had those 1 to 2 minute tutorials that are kind of like bite-sized. The member directory went through. On-demand classes. This is like one of my other favorite places for members. So let's say you do want to take, look at Tayloria all over the place. Tayloria. We have her all over the place as a new global member. Let's say you did want to take classes on money. You want to go ahead and get better with your finances. You can just go ahead and put in money and it'll bring up classes. And this is also a little wonky. So sometimes it'll show you that there's something there, but then it won't. Just have to do it again. It's the website. It's like the host, Squarespace, but there's a lot of information about money. So you can just go ahead and watch these whenever you'd like. And let's go back to virtual events, because this is still a big thing. So virtual events, we're still doing every Wednesday, we do a Femcity virtual networking. That would be one of my number one places to start. You will make a lot of friends there exponentially. It's a great place, meaning that we have a great program. It's an hour long. Everyone gets 2 minutes. The format is sharing a win. So something amazing that you encountered that week or that month. The reason why we embed that into our program is because we want women to get more comfortable in sharing a win, and not only sharing your win, but also receiving the love that we have for you. So you'll see some of us go this, or we do heart shape or fingers. So we want you to feel really comfortable, because generally women feel like, I don't know, embarrassed, or like they're tooting their own horn, or, like, who do I think I am? So we spend time honoring you. The second is sharing gratitude for another woman anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be a Femcity member. And the reason why we do that is because we want to always have that as part of our every breath. Everything that we do is always honoring other women. As we do that to others, karmically, we also receive that. And so that's a beautiful thing. And then the last part is an ask, how we can help you, how we can support you. And the reason why we added that to the program is because women never ask for help. Generally, we don't. We feel like, oh, we can do it on our own. I'm a Wonder Woman. It makes me weak if I ask for help. It also helps to verbalize it. When I'm super woo-woo, like energetically, just verbalizing your ask, I think is really important also.
That's awesome. I signed up for tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to it.
Great. Yay. So I usually host them. My son's in town from Berlin. He lives in Berlin, and we didn't think his flight would make it because of all the restrictions now. So I asked Nicole to host for me, but I generally do it, but I'm going to spend some time with my baby, who's 27, but always
Nice.
Yeah, so he wants to go down to the beach, and so she's going to cover for me, so I can do that. All right, so we also have live classes, and this is a great way to learn of the latest business tips and trends. So if you're interested in any of our live classes, you can just come to this website. It'll show this is another great class for next week, how to find your best angles for photos. This one is utilizing YouTube as a marketing tool with Dion Dean. And then we've got Kajabi tutorial with Lori Hunt. So they're generally either requested classes, or they're generally like the latest trends. For instance, Dion taught a great class last Tuesday on a patron group. I had no idea what that was. It's a membership-based platform. So she did a whole tutorial about that. So that's really great. And then we also do coaching and mentorship every week. We're changing that in September since we're creating that new platform where you can just reach out to our experts personally. We feel that that might be better because sometimes the questions are very personal and very specific. So we're working with that. If we see that you guys really miss having the weekly mentorship and coaching, we'll bring it back. Everything that we do is for our members. So if you're like, I really miss that, just let me know. And we'll go ahead and add that back in there. And then we do have a lot of panel conversations. So yesterday we had one at 12, and then we have one tomorrow at 3. We're going to streamline this even more so in September. So it's only going to be 1 o'clock every day and 2 o'clock every day. Makes it super easy for everyone to stay connected. When the start of the pandemic happened, we just threw everything together because we were dealing with so many time zones and we wanted to be there for women. Now we're kind of stabilizing and everyone's kind of getting into their norm. So we're starting to like, okay, tweak things so that we can make it easier for everyone. If you want to, I mean, you already signed up for the virtual networking, so you know how it works. But since we're recording this, for those that are watching, if you want to sign up, it's pretty easy. You just add your name. And the reason why we do your phone number is because we're working on a text platform where it will text you a reminder. So that's why we're asking for it. We're not going to crank call you. Okay, so you can see how easy it is. And then I would keep this. It's actually the same Zoom link. I would just add it to your calendar. And we also send you a reminder the morning of. Okay, let me check my notes to see what else I have to review. Okay.
Violet, if I could ask, what is the difference between the global networking and global roundtable?
So the first Wednesday of every month for global members, that's networking.
Okay.
The format that you're used to, that's like the 2-minute, you know, sharing a win, sharing gratitude, and sharing an ask.
All right.
And then the other Wednesdays are roundtables. And that was based on feedback that the global members gave us. We can always review it as well. But now, for instance, tomorrow we'll meet, it's just roundtabling. Like Lori might say, hey, I'm starting my new online course. Do you guys, how are you guys promoting your online course? And then that conversation would all be about online courses. Sometimes what you might find, Tayloria, is that from that we spin off subgroups. So as an example, Lori is working on a book. And so she asked questions about how to publish a book. And we have a lot of published authors, and we have a couple publishers in that global program. So then that conversation spun off, and then Lori created that subgroup of a writing group. So now we have some global members that do writing together. And so that generally does happen. So if you're doing something and you mention it, and if there's another global member that's doing it, I highly recommend you guys subgroup that out, and you can invite other women so that you can do writing together, or maybe strategy, or you could do, I mean, there's so many things that you can do together, but that's why it's different on that Wednesday.
Okay. No, thank you. I think I may have done one of each, but that is helpful. What I need, what is available.
Yeah, and Tayloria, since the global program is smaller, you know, we have 160 women in that. I would say 70 are really active. Some have been around for years and years, and they come in, they do the lifetime, right? So they're global lifetime members, which means they come in, they come out, they come in, they come out.
Yeah.
It's usually the ones that are paying monthly that are there showing up monthly. So anyway, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so the feedback was from all those.
Well, that's helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So then we have also, I have to change this out. So it's supposed to say August. Our marketing team sent me one anyway, so I have to swap it out. But this is, you can download it. And this is really great. So you can track your goals and your action plan, a little love note. You know, I love love notes, your daily wins. And then you can also keep track of your coffee chats. You can print it with this little button here. And boop, it's right there. And then the other thing that you can print out that might be helpful is the calendar, the virtual calendar, which is right here as well. It's a little blurry. I mean, I think if you're over 50, especially, I'm like, what does that say? but you can go ahead and click on here to get the PDF and you can print it up and keep it handy. Okay, so any questions so far?
No, are you going to cover the coffee chat concept? Because you said that you guys. Okay.
So when you meet tomorrow, and you can actually do it in your Facebook group too. So 3 things that I would definitely do. I would, as a new member, I would definitely show up for the virtual networking. It's every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And what I love about that is that you are meeting femmes, other members from around other chapters. And that really is lovely. And you get to meet, generally we have about 22 to 25. We cap it because it's too much for me if it's too many. But you will definitely like feel like, oh gosh, I really like the way she said that. Or, you know, she's so cute, or her energy is amazing. You know, so you can reach out and we do that. We kind of cue you, you know, post here your link to your calendar, or reach out and say, hey, I'd love to schedule a time for a coffee chat. And literally it's a 15-minute time block where you guys are just chatting about getting to know each other. Often they turn into 30 minutes. I mean, I would plan 15, but buffer in an extra 15. Sometimes they last 2 hours, which I don't recommend, but sometimes when you hit it off, you're on the phone for 2 hours and then you have a new best friend, which is really great. So I'd recommend that. If you do have a local chapter, I would definitely recommend getting involved with the local chapter as well. And then the other thing that I would do is I would get involved in the Facebook group, which will now be our forum. So commenting, you know, liking other people's things, you know, sharing advice and wisdom. That's a really great way to make friends also. At the end of the day, Femcity is really beyond just networking. It's about creating relationships with other women that are going to cheer you on. They're going to help you with referrals. They're going to support you when nobody else is supporting you, perhaps nearby. They will be the ones to support you. So making those relationships really make a difference. We've heard stories. Hannah Wilson, who's one of our Femcity Global members, and I don't know if you heard this one last week, Tayloria, but she was sharing that this is her 1-year mark of joining Femcity around this time frame, and she was thinking about throwing in the towel with it when it came to her career last year because the pandemic has just, you know, like really taken a hold, and she was thinking about quitting. And now she has, you know, her business has taken off. That now she's actually opening up a brick and mortar store with her the financial company that she's with. So, you know, those are the stories that we hear a lot. And the reason that she did so well is because she made friends with other Femcity members. They referred business to her. So it's really about being there for others so that karmically it comes back and they're there for you. So I would spend time in that space. The group coaching is amazing. The experts are fantastic. The live classes are great. But the 3 places I would spend time in is making friends, you know, hanging out in the virtual networking space, being active on the Facebook group, and the coffee chats. And Tayloria, the same for you as well for the global program. I mean, I view the global program as its own chapter, and I'm the leader of it. So we run the same thing. So we do a lot of events together, but I would definitely spend time in that space because all of those women are growing their business in multiple markets, and you have that in common. And generally you guys are on podcasts together and like, oh, I have a podcast, me too. Or look, I have this speaking engagement. I pitched you for it. Oh, you know, so I would definitely, those are my 3 tips also for the global membership.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? I was going to share. All right. So we did. All right. So how to request a class? Well, I already told you, just message me. If you want to request a class, you can message me and we can put it together for you. Makes it a lot easier to do that. I'm looking through to make sure. Oh, if you want to apply to be a Femcity Global member, I'm just showing this because it's on the tutorial thing. You can come down here. So here's the global program. If you want to learn more about the global program, it's here. If you want to be a part of our leadership board, it's here. If you want to take a look at our speakers and teachers, it's here. And we also have a scholarship fund. We just started our new foundation, which is a nonprofit. So I'm working on that page. So eventually we'll have that up. If you want to start a Femcity chapter, it's here as well. And we also have a really cool playlist, by the way, free if you want to listen to that. I love it. It's got some, I like my music selection. I hope you like it too. And we also have the Femcity Girls program. So if you have a young girl, if you have a niece, if you have a neighbor, this is a free program that is sponsored by our members. and we do curriculum for young girls. So we just wrapped up our virtual summer camp, and you can access it all here for free. We have all the replays. So, and some of these are really good classes for women too, honestly. These were taught by our global members. Okay, so Taylor, I have for you how to submit to be a teacher, speaker, coach, and writer. I'm just going to share this. Sorry, it's going to not make sense to those that are not global members. Right now, we have it on Facebook. We're moving it over into the portal, as you know, into that new forum. But in the meantime, for the next couple of weeks, this is where you can find everything. If you just click on this, Tayloria, I'm trying to link everything here, so it's super easy. I'm opening up the September calendar today by this evening, so I'll link it here. So you can go ahead and submit yourself to be a teacher, speaker, coach, or writer. So here's the Zoom for our meetings. Here are all the dates. I'm trying to add everything here so it's all in one spot. Tayloria.
Yeah, no, that's helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. And yeah, so you'll have the link here on how to submit yourself for the curriculum. Your feature on the speakers page, you should have got an email from me, and you should have sent over your headshot to us to add you to the speakers page. If you're not on there, if you didn't send it over, you can just send it over. It's right here. Hello at Femcity. You can also, if you want to contribute to our blog, you can submit it to Kyra right here as well. The monthly freebie. So Kyra generally posts it the first week of each month. So be on the lookout for that. That usually goes, actually, I'll tell her to start adding it here as well. We've been doing it as its own post, but that, see, it's like all messy. It drives me crazy. Yeah, she should be posting it soon.
All right.
So it'll be here. Yes, and then the experts in the forum. I'll tag you if you missed it, Tayloria. Just let me know later on. I'll tag you in that as well.
All right. No, thank you so much, Violet. I need to get up to speed. So this was great.
And again, it's a lot. And I, I think, it's, oh my gosh, I want to do everything. I would just do 3 and then get in the groove of it, and I think, Taylor, you've been with us for a couple of weeks now, or a couple of months now in that global membership program. And I think you've done great. You're in the panel discussions. I need to have you in the classroom. I'd love to have you in the classroom now. I think that you're ready. And we're going to start doing IGTV interviews, as we talked about yesterday, in the green room. So there's a lot of opportunities to showcase you. Listen, the more that we can showcase our members, the more opportunity comes, because first you're getting branded as an expert. You're on our platform and we're endorsing you by being that. So the more you show up, you're not going to see the money come through right off the bat, just like with Julie. Like, just because Julie shows up tomorrow for the networking, you're not going to have like $1 million in your account. But
well, then I'm not coming.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I quit. I'm canceling this membership. But some people think that. Some people think like, I'll get this email and like, Femcity hasn't helped me at all. And I'm like, what? And then I'm like, what happened? So I look and I'm like, okay, where did they go? I'm like, okay, so I don't know this person. That means they never went. Because I love also the virtual networking. I get to know you girls. And then I get to like, oh, I can pitch you guys. Like, oh, you should meet so-and-so. And you should, I don't do it as much as I do with the global program, because I'm with them like, we're with each other all the time. But with the local members, I get to know you, and it's helpful for me. So first, if you don't show up, I don't know you. If you're not showing up local, they don't know you. If you're not taking a live class, if you're not doing the group coaching mentorship, if you're not, so you have to just at least
put it in.
Yeah, just a little bit, because then you start seeing the love come through, and then it becomes a really big addiction where some of these women travel to see each other. We've had stories of like, they've hired each other, they've become best friends, they've traveled, godparents. There's one story years and years ago, there was in Miami, it's probably 9 years ago, we had one member who was really struggling with infertility. And she shared it, when we were doing our pitches, she shared it. She's like, I ask you guys for prayers because I'm really going through this hard time with infertility. And after another member went over to her, I could see them chatting, but I didn't know what they were talking about, gave her this necklace. And she was like, this necklace was given to me by a friend of mine because I was having infertility problems as well. And it just brought me so much luck, and I'm giving it to you. And that girl then ended up getting knocked up like in 2 months. And we were so happy. And so it was like, so even in that respect, like we've had or when someone's going through breast cancer, we hold that space for one another, holding. So it goes beyond just that business conversation. It becomes like a really big, it just feels good. It's super yummy.
I love it. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Good. All right. So we are up with time. It's 11:30. I didn't allow for any Q&A, but we can go for a couple minutes. Any questions you guys have about anything?
No, I think I'm good. I'm just going to go dig in and see how tomorrow goes. It'll be great.
Good.
Where are you? And welcome.
Yeah, Julie, what city are you in?
Oh, well, I live between Boca in Florida and Connecticut. My husband and I travel back and forth.
Oh, back and forth. Okay.
Yeah.
That is really nice. Well, nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too. And your name is so beautiful. I was like,
Gloria Grant. I am in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Pre-pandemic, I would be in Italy a lot. And today I'm in Atlanta. I moved my son in for his freshman year of college. So
oh, wow.
On Thursday, but we have stuff to do from tonight until Friday night. So
that's exciting. Yes. Oh my goodness. I remember when my daughter went, I felt like I was just completely lost, but
just send me prayers and positive vibes.
Yeah, I will.
I haven't lost it yet.
Hey,
but I know I will.
We've thought about doing that class also, when you're an empty nester, because there are so many of us that are going. I mean, I've got the 27, the 21, almost 22, and then I've got the baby, it's 15. So I'm not there. I've got 3 more years, but we have so many femmes that we've talked about that. So if you guys want that, just a conversation, it could just be a panel conversation, empty nester, now what, or like.
I like it. And my daughter's 15, so it's right around the corner.
Yep. It's so true. And like, one of the things I do is as a life coach is transitions. And that's a huge one. It's like, what do I do now? My identity is upside down, so it's cool.
I like it. Thank you again, Violet, and so good meeting you. And yes, Julie, I'll follow up with you too. It'd be great to do a coffee chat in the near future.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That'll be great. All right, thank you so much. Great to meet you, ladies.
And if you go to the Boca del Rey meetings, I'm gonna start trying to go in the fall to the Boca del Rey or the Hollywood one. So maybe I will get a chance to see you in person.
That would be so great. I love it.
I love seeing you.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye. Bye.